Hey everyone, Courageous Conviction here. I just wanted to reach out to everyone. Both Eric and I have really kind of put a lot of heart and soul into this project with Courageous Conviction, and we want people to understand the importance of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And that's part of the reason here, of me writing this book, Revving the Soul. Wasn't about becoming famous. I know that's not going to happen. But it's just about reaching out to others. Both Eric and I left the church, after our missions, and that was probably one of the worst things I could have done. It seemed like the right thing to do at the time because I was upset, And a lot of us, when we get information, and this is, when I left the church, it was before the internet age, and it just, going to college, it seemed like the right thing to do. My college professors, and most of them were atheist, especially the ones that I got along with, and traditional Christianity wasn't working for me either. It seemed a little bit, just not enough there. Once you've been LDS, you're kind of ruined for being able to go into any other kind of religion. But in my book, Revving the Soul, and I want people to get excited about this book. I'm excited about it. It's on Amazon right now. And it's available in hardcover and obviously in softcover, which softcover is, a little more reasonably priced, and it gets there in a couple of days. And I think that's kind of fun to see that show up in print. But the main purpose for that book, is it's kind of written in a memoir form, but it's really about helping others relate to going back to church, and it helps people get over addiction because there's a story in there. It's a story that anybody else can follow. If you go onto Amazon, there's several reviews right now, and I encourage anybody to read the book to give a review. Whatever you think. Obviously, hopefully we didn't have bad reviews, but so far it's 5 stars, and just want to build that book up a little bit so that people can see a different side. It's a very personal story, and I think everybody can benefit from that. The story starts out about, me in Alaska. A lot of people want to go to Alaska and ending up in Costa Rica, on a motorcycle journey that starts from the Kenai Peninsula around Homer in Anchor Point and going up north down through the Alcan, all the way down the Pacific Coast Highway, after getting through Canada, of course, and then over to Nogales, and then shooting down into Mexico on the Pacific Coast as well, all the way down. That's known as the Pan American Highway. And that Pan American Highway ended up taking me all the way down to Costa Rica, which was my end goal there, and I had a job lined up and all that, and kind of smoking pot the whole way down. And I know that I've heard a few comments, on the on our podcast, where one in particular is like, "Oh, you guys smoke pot? That's terrible," and hey, it is what it is. Wasn't an active member of the church and riding Harley Davidsons and tattooed up, and didn't have any interest whatsoever, especially being atheist, throughout that ride. It just made me, think that I was closer to God, and those, which I wasn't, maybe I was. I think maybe our Father in heaven never really abandons us. We might think so, but, I know in retrospect, looking at my life, that our Father in heaven doesn't leave us, So please, get a hold of the book and read it. Tell me what you think about it, and Courageous Conviction. We're going forward. We're getting more people. We're getting more likes. Please like the button down below and just get excited about, this world with all the stuff that's not very exciting, or if it's exciting, it's not in a good way. It seems like we're just, going down the tubes. It's an election year. We don't know what's going to be happening. Hey, I'm not the most articulate. I get nervous in front of a camera. I'm working on that. But my heart's there. We've certainly done a lot of study in the Book of Mormon, as well as the Bible, and kind of have a lot to talk about, so life experiences. They say you shouldn't write a book until you get to be over 40, and I'm going on 60 now, and so hey, there you have it. It looks like there's a lot of people out there, our younger people. I think that's what we really care about, is to have them, maybe not leave the church. Seems like 75% of our millennials are leaving the church because they find too much stuff on the internet that is unfavorable to Joseph Smith and to the restored church, the Book of Mormon. And all I say is look at your doubts, and doubt your doubts, because that's important. There's so much more. I mean, when I got to Costa Rica, I had nothing, and I found my wife to be, a couple of months later. We're going on 19 years of marriage now, and the first 5 years might have been a little bit rocky, but it's been pretty much smooth sailing since then. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of problems in any marriage that you have to work through, and there's always going to be new doubts, and there's going to be struggles in whatever it is, So please, take a look at my new book, Revving the Soul. I think it's a great book. Hopefully I'll get a chance to write another one, a sequel to it, because there's a lot more stuff to write. But this one's kind of got to take off too. So help us out here and read that book, and put a review in the Amazon review, and comment down below. And I just wish you the best.